Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
Oh, yes, and I got lots of help today on the Dr. Greenthumb Show. We're back. Know what I'm saying? Hello, I'm Dr. Greenthumb, back from a worldwide tour. Yes, I am. This is not pre-recorded. It's live. And to my right, Mr. Goodlight in green, DJ C minus.
Yes. Happy Tuesday.
And also back from a world tour, Mr. Legendary Psycho Lee Z.
Cheers, everybody. It's good to be back in Sunshine Land.
Word. We got the Treehouse crew, Bolted Blabo, Bra Bra, and the Dominator.
The Treehouse crew is doing amazing.
You still need to
guys
work.
doing?
You need to work on that. That was not so amazing. We got my man Trace Noons in the house.
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming.
Yes.
Damn.
Our in-house resident criminal.
Tattoos. No, that.
So like what we didn't talk about yesterday on the show, because we wanted Tracy Edit to be up in here talking about it for himself, is while we were on tour, right? We were going from Germany into Switzerland, and we had a little bit of weed, and we had some hash. We had some blonde hash, and we had some dark, chocolate hash and all that stuff, right? We were favorable to the blonde. And, usually when we cross the border in Europe, we'll have the bus driver pull over an hour before or a half hour before so that we could clean the bus out, either dump or put away in proper places and make the bus smell nice and all this, right? We didn't do this in this particular thing. And then, things happen. And I'll let Tracy Eddie take it from here.
Well, I'll start at the beginning of how this whole thing transpired. We were I forget what show that it was. One of my followers on Instagram had hit me up in the DMs and said, "Hey, I got a little special treat for you." So I said, "Okay, I got a little downtime." So I met him outside, and what he did was he gave me a baseball hat which was like his brand. He has a little company going, and in that hat were a couple of 4x4 bags of some smoke and that type of thing. So I said, a couple bags of flowers, nice. And then there was these two things wrapped up in cellophane, which appeared at the time, at first, I thought was a dark fudge brownie. And then the other one was a chocolate chip cookie. So I said, some edibles as well. So I said, my thank yous, and we took a picture and that kind of stuff. And as I went into the bus, I saw B was up in the top of the bus. So I said, let's go smoke. So I bring this up to him, and I say, "Hey, B, one of my guys just turned me on to some flour here. Let's check it out." So as we were digging through it, what I thought appeared to be a brownie and a cookie was actually like a bar of soap size of blonde hash and Moroccan hash. Long story short, this guy gave us like a half a pound of hash.
Yes.
A quarter pound of Moroccan, chocolate hash.
Yep.
And a quarter pound of this blonde, sexy, lemon, just
Yes.
an amazing hash.
It was amazing. The blonde hash, I rolled this, fortunately before we got the pinch, I rolled us a few hash holes that we enjoyed a couple nights before and the night of before she went away from us.
So that was kind of, I'll use the term, our laziness, because what had happened is we knew we were crossing the border from Germany into Switzerland, on the Basel entrance, down in Basel, Switzerland. So we knew we were going to be going through at like 6 a.m. So we stayed up and smoked till like 4 o'clock. So everybody kind of was, hashed out, just melted. Yeah. B rolled up these bomber hash joints. So we were just lit. So, all right, 4
because Aton can't.
Yeah. So B took over the rolling job right there. We all went to bed at like 4:30, knowing that we were going to cross the border at 6 o'clock. So we thought we were just going to sleep through the whole border crossing thing and just wake up and be in Switzerland. But that's not how it went down. At about 6 a.m., I kind of sleeping in my bunk. I thought I envisioned, I was kind of half out of it, that the bus had stopped, but it seemed like it stopped and it wasn't moving. And the next thing I know, out of nowhere, the bus was boarded and there were German police.
Everyone out!
Screaming at the top of their lungs, "Get out of the bus now! Wake up! There is a..." And so everybody was just like, what is going on here? Basically, everybody out didn't even give us time to grab phones, no sweats, that. I mean, I had to take a piss, and, they weren't letting anybody do anything like that. They put us outside the bus, and they said apparently when the bus was going through the inspection or, the pull-up area at the toll booth thing, the dude got a whiff of weed in the bus, and he said, "Oh, I smell weed. You guys got into the inspection area." We went. Pulled us all off the bus, said that, he smells marijuana on the bus and that he's going to run a dog through it. And we were like, oh, no, here we go, right? And at that time, we really didn't even think it was that serious yet, but then it started to escalate. Like
one backpack after another.
Yeah, like more cops started showing up. And then when I saw 3 undercovers show up with pistols on their side, he and I were standing next to each other, and we were like in Goodfellas, talking to each other with our hands over our mouth. We were like, "Hey, B, this is getting pretty serious right here.
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah, this isn't going to end well." So here comes this dog, and they bring this dog out, and this dog is hyphy. This dog is like,
yeah, he's ready to do his job.
Oh, he knows this whole bus is just loaded with what he's looking for. This dog was dancing like he couldn't wait to get on this bus. And like B said, one at a time, backpack came off, and we were all standing out there. There's 12 of us on the tour, one backpack at a time.
I think it was 6 of our backpacks out of the 12.
He says, whose backpack is this? I think you
I was the first one, yeah.
B was first. He said, "That's mine." He said, "Right this way." He takes off, and he goes into this room. And the funniest thing about B when he got it, not that it was funny, but I thought it was funny because he's in there being like in what is known as secondary. After you get taken in, now they're really ripping through your stuff and that kind of stuff on this stainless table, plastic gloves on and all this shit, right? And B's sitting there with a giant weed logo on his hat. It was great. So, and the best part about it was that, nobody was pretending that, we didn't have, what we had. Everybody was just kind of,
this is what we got.
Right. Yeah. So the problem was when they got to mine, who's this? They bring my backpack. They bring me in the room. And I'm just like, oh my God, the blonde hash is in there. And so
I told you to put it in the back.
In all fairness, he did. But like I said, we were so hashed out the night before.
Yes, we were.
I wasn't about to see what we were going to do was take it off the bus, and we were towing a trailer as well with all our merch and luggage and that.
You got hash hold, bro.
Yeah, exactly. We were going to put it in there, but I was like, no big deal. We'll never get stopped.
Oopsies.
Yeah, and our tour manager had said that, he'd been through this border 99% of the time and never stopped once.
It's true, though.
And it was true. But, of course, this was the one time.
But what happened was our bus driver accidentally opened the back door because he'd already been flagged to go through. But when he opened the back door, the guy who had previously said, "Go ahead and go through," he smelled that little bit of whiff of weed and said, "Well, hold up."
Yep.
He said, "Wait."
That's all it took. That's all it took. So
that's all it took. And before you know it, we're gaffled out there for 2-3 hours, something like that.
Yeah. So they get me, they pull me off, and it seemed like they were more interested in me because of what I was carrying. And in fact, the one guy had turned around to me and said, "I've never seen a block of hash that big." Like, you can ask B. He turned around and held it up to me and went, like what is this? And
well, they were trying to figure it out because I don't think those guys normally see blonde hash. They see a lot of that chocolate hash.
Right.
I had to tell them that's hash.
And then he even took it and he smelled it and he went, "Oh, lemon." And we were like, "Yeah, man, that's gas right there." And they kept B there, and one guy came and got me, and they brought me and detained me. So they ended up keeping me in like a holding cell for like 4 hours, this concrete room on a concrete bench, sitting there. But then I kind of learned what they were doing is they were playing the waiting game with me, because I guess that's kind of, I'll use the term, what they do is to let you sit there to the point of where you basically want to buy your way out. And the craziest thing, when they told me that my fine for what had happened was 9,000 euros. That's equivalent to like 10,000 US dollars. I was like, did you mean like 900 euros? You know, like $1,000? No, it's 10,000 US dollars. I was like, oh, I'm sitting here forever. You know, I'm never going to leave Germany again. And in all fairness, I got to give it to B. He kind of like made me feel better when they were doing all this. He looked over at me and said, whatever they do to you, bro, I got you. So I felt a little bit better about that I was at least going to bail out. But in reality, what it seemed more like was kind of like a money grab for them.
It was a tax.
Yeah. They were taxing us basically for having this.
And taken.
Yeah.
Tax and take.
Yeah. So they took it, taxed us, held us there for like 4 or 5 hours. Of the $9,000, kicked them $2,000 cash. And then it was basically, we're going to contact you in the mail with a court date, which I highly doubt I will ever get a letter from Germany to appear in court.
Here's the kicker. 2 days later, we're watching the news, and it says Germany to open talks about legalization and this and that and the other. It's a scam. I knew we were okay because the guy who had me, he was a fan. He started looking us up. He goes, Cypress Hill. He's like, can I get a tour T-shirt? Can I take a picture with you? We want to put this in our museum, like their little wall of fame that they had down there. He started name dropping all the celebrities that they had gaffled up down there and got pictures and memorabilia and whatnot. Told us how Pink got gaffled down there, and she was so pissed off, wouldn't give them a tour T-shirt.
I wouldn't have given him nothing, B. I would have been like, nah.
You know what? I'll say this. In all fairness, they were just doing their job. We slipped. It was our bad. And they were cool with us because they could have gave him the business.
Oh, yeah.
They could have like tossed everything on the bus, like pull out every single thing. And it could have been an all-day event. But, you know, in the end, they were cool with us. They were like, we didn't want to have to do this, but we smelled it and we had to. And
if we'd have went the dick route with these cops and like, you know, the FU, you know, and all that kind of stuff. If we'd have went that route, I definitely would probably still be in Germany today. Or
we would have to bail you out instead of pay that little bit of taxation.
Right.
Yeah.
Their whole thing was that, like, he had explained to me that it was basically that he could have got me on a sales case, because I had enough on me that would have constituted sales. And it's like, I didn't know how to convince them that, you know, this is personal right here, man. I'm not selling it. What are you talking about? I'm smoking it.
They knew that when they realized that we were on tour.
Right.
And it's a band and not like some dudes trying to smuggle some you know, hash through this and that and the other to resell. You know what I mean? That when they realized that, they were just, we're just going to tax these guys.
So they hit us for $2,000 cash off top. And what was wild is, like, I was ready to Amex my way out. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, we don't take credit cards. All we want, cash only.
That's like, when you know it's tax.
And then I said, oh, okay, now I get what's going on here.
But had Trace been a German citizen touring with us, like, let's just say we used him as part of crew, and he's from Germany, they arrest him, and then they go raid his house.
Yeah, they're not playing.
No play.
One of our guys is a crew member, and he's a German citizen, and that's what he explained to us. He said that if it had been his stuff and he had been pulled over, he has no rights, and they went straight to his house and
woke his wife up to like
all that.
Oh, we're gonna
toss in the whole house.
We're gonna look through everything.
We are looking through everything.
Damn.
So I was all freaked out, like coming home, because we basically have two two teams. Half the squad goes back when we come home to LA, and the other half to Vegas. It's kind of that's where we all live. And when we had split up, I was concerned, like coming through customs, like, am I now red flagged? You know, at all these custom spots. Like, I didn't even.
You didn't even go in the system, bro.
At all.
You gave them cash. Had you paid credit card, in the system you go.
Yeah. No, so I'm not out of the woods yet. I kind of think that they're going to take the 2 G's and be happy with it. But, you know, we'll see what happens with there. But it was nothing like I had ever experienced. Like, at first I thought it was funny, you know, they're going to take our stuff from us and stuff
There
like
he comes, the notorious Tracy Eddy.
And this is when they released me right here. I was so pissed off.
They released him from a high-powered prison cell.
Yep. Tatted up.
On the border.
Yeah, I was on the yard all day.
This is where we say, hey, you popped your cherry. That's when you're officially Cypress Hill touring crew. Like, if this doesn't happen to you, you're not really...
Damn.
You know what I mean? Because this has happened to all of us at one point or another.
Oh, yeah.
And did you see the gangster attire I'm in there right there? I mean, who could pull that off? You know what I mean? Cargo shorts and flip-flops coming out of...
I mean, he truly popped his chair. I mean, even Aton has been through this. You know what I mean? We've all been... I've been through it. Bobo's been through it numerous times. Yeah.
It's kind of like the rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage when you roll with Cypress Hill. You are going to get searched some places. And that's just the way it is.
Caught me over in Cologne, Germany.
Did they get you?
Yeah. I have to do a little time too, you know.
Ah.
I had hash and weed, so.
Welcome to actually welcome me to the club.
Yeah. Hey, I told Les wasn't here yesterday, but C- wasn't obviously the Treehouse crew. I was telling him about the UAPs we saw.
Oh wow!
While we were out there,
it was unbelievable. Like, you know, we're into that kind of stuff, so we always talk about it. But this was like a rare couple of days that it just seemed like everything was like they were one after another, different cities and different times. I'd probably say the most prolific was when we were in Switzerland, when we pulled over at that Vista Point.
Yeah, before going into France, right?
We were like, I don't know if it was, we were going through the Alps. We were at a really high altitude.
Yeah.
No light out there at all, except the sky was just lit up like I'd never seen stars.
You could see the stars, man.
Just
crazy.
Galaxies of
like
them.
Clear.
And it's shooting star season this time of year out there. So people are like, oh, it's a great time to, you know, stargaze and that kind of stuff. So we pulled over. B was still up in the front smoke lounge, and I jumped off the bus, and I came and got him. I said, B, you got to come outside and look at this. So he came outside, and we all piled out there, and we were looking, and we saw, you know, 3 or 4 of these shooting stars, you know, and I've seen shooting stars before, so I know what they are, and oh, that's beautiful and all this. But then out of nowhere came this, I don't know, like I've never seen, I'll use the term UFOs and things like that. Only what I see on TV and YouTube. But man, all of a sudden this thing, and this is the wild part. There was, like I said, there's 12 of us traveling, so there was probably 11 of us looking in one direction, Aton looking in the other because he missed it.
Yeah, as he always does.
So this thing comes across the sky, and the angle that it took, the speed it took, and then all of a sudden it went, it took like a right angle turn.
Yeah, like a crazy dip.
Yeah, like not like a shooting star that kind of fades and just kind of rides its angle and that kind of stuff. This was, and it went long enough, like it wasn't a shooting star, and it went so long that literally 6 or 7 of us applauded it as it was going across the sky.
Because we all saw it. We were like, oh,
whoa, look at that. And everybody's like, whoa. It was wild. It was the craziest thing we'd ever seen. But then the other one was in Stuttgart, Germany. That was a trip. That was the one that you saw so far into the distance without any blinking lights. And then to solidify that it was something from who knows where or what it was, when 2 fighter jets got scrambled and they were in formation up there in the same area looking for it.
Trying to look for it.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then 2 more came another 15 minutes later.
So we were smoking a lot. Nobody was on mushrooms, because I know that's the first question you get asked, like, what were you guys on?
But look, it's important to say this. Where we were at, there was a lot of planes flying through, like commercial planes, like big ones and small ones, like private planes and commercial planes. You could see them, blinking lights left and right. I just happened to catch this thing And I pointed out to Trace and Bobo and whoever was else. I think maybe Aton was out there. And I said, hey, look at that fucking thing. That shit is moving and it's not blinking. And, you know,
and the thing about it was
crazy.
It was going at a speed that wasn't a satellite. It's definitely not an airplane. Airplane's got blinking lights on both ends of the wings and then a white one underneath it. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how far away. You can see those blinking lights. But and it wasn't a satellite that was doing its little
no, because this bended off to the south. It started from east going west, and then when we saw it at the furthest point, it did a thing like that. Like it came like this, and then did.
And you know how
really fast. Like airplanes don't.
They don't travel that
like
fast.
That, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a commercial airliner is not going to be going that fast. This thing was moving across the sky, so it was like I'm not going to say, oh, it was, you know, this, that, or the other thing, but it was definitely an unidentified flying object.
It wasn't a plane.
Yeah, it was not a plane.
Yeah, and then the one in Amsterdam was similar to that. It was just a big ass, bright ass light. This time it was traveling from west to east, like booking.
Yeah,
faster than the other one.
And these are like way out there. They're not like, you know, it's like, oh, maybe that's in like a flight zone type thing. This was like way out there in outer space.
Damn.
Yeah,
at least it appeared to be, you know what I mean? But it was moving.
Now, when you say UAP, is that unknown aerial phenomenon?
Yeah, that's the new branding they put on it because they feel like that when you say UFO, it's associated with crackpots and stuff like that from the old, you know, them trying to, them as in the guys in the black suits,
right?
Trying to debunk your story, you know what I mean, and label you as a crazy person. You didn't see anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So a lot of that connotation and just to rebrand it into something that they could take more serious.
UAP, I like that.
Yeah.
To me, you know, it's just all military, futuristic stuff that isn't out yet to the public, and they're testing things and
could be
trying it out. And
that could be, but what if it ain't?
Yeah, there's that possibility too.
I mean, what do you mean? What if it ain't? It is.
What do you mean if it? What do you mean? Like to quote
because
C minus. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
How do you know that?
How do you know? Because you think the military is gonna put you up on? It's not even the military.
Yeah, but where would the
squad that's stronger?
But where would the military get technology like that?
They're not gonna tell you.
Exactly.
It's top secret.
Yeah, I know, but
this is how they plan to scare you with the future UFOs and all this.
So you don't believe in UFOs?
Nah, not really.
Well, I could tell you that we seen some, and you may not think that that's what they were.
Like, I get what you're saying, Les, because I'm also, you know, Dennis the doubter. I'm that guy. I'm from Missouri. You got
but you're absolutely right though. Like, if they got technology, they will test it out there in front of us for sure. So who's to say where it's coming from? But all I'm saying is that there's no way they came up with that technology by themselves.
Yeah,
they did not. There's no way.
Well, I mean, physics start to get into play where, you know, human bodies can only take so many G-forces.
Yeah.
So when you're flying at that speed across the sky, if there's a guy in that, he's pressed to the ceiling.
Yeah. There is no guy. I mean? So if you're testing something like that moves at that speed, at that rate of speed, and that like can turn on a dime,
there's not a pilot.
There's not a human you could put in there that survives that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's that part.
But
well, you did say there was military planes out there flying. How do you know there's not somebody in there with a control remote
and
flying this too?
I completely agree, Les. You may be correct on that, but it was just very bizarre as to what it was. Like I say, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see any guys with big heads flying it for sure.
Yeah, nah.
Well,
but
it was way too far for us to see anything like that. But I mean, you don't get like an object like that going across the sky and then 2 military jets come in 15 minutes later. You rarely see, like down here, we don't see that.
If you see them around, they're part of the whole parade.
So if you seen one, you would write it off to their testing something.
Yeah, that's just futuristic testing things that they're testing, and you know.
I don't know if I could just chalk it up to that. This is where you and I differ, my friend.
I mean, you can read about it, and the military, they'll tell you themselves what UAPs mean and what they're doing.
Yes, exactly. But there's also been like whistleblowers that said they found ships from other places that they've taken technology from.
Yep.
Did you see?
So how do you get around that?
A couple of weeks ago, Congress had that big meeting where they, like you said, about the whistleblowers. We watched it, where they had government contract guys that actually, like, I used the not admitted it, but were questioned about what they were working on and this, that, and the other thing, and they're not denying anything anymore about artificial intelligence and spacecraft that they've gotten. And what's the term when they take it apart and re-engineer it? What do they call that? When they
reverse engineer.
Reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
So true. In all fairness to what you're saying, yes, they may have been testing that military stuff, but at the same time, where did they get that technology? I just don't think that in Congress that these private contractors would go in front of Congress and tell a story like that, that in detail, if there wasn't some truth to it as well. So I kind of think what you're saying, Les, is halfway true, where it could be military at the same time testing, but once again, where did they get that engineering? Where did they get the physics to make something like that?
Yeah, even what was it in Behold the Pale Horse? You ever read that?
Yeah, by William Cooper.
William Cooper.
He talks about it.
Yeah, he talks about it in there. How there was Area 51 was like,
and they smoked him.
Yeah, they did
for putting all that information out.
Because he put the first third of the book starts off just his family, how he came to become part of the program he was, and then he breaks down how the United States and these other beings have had this meeting, and they agreed to, share some of your technology, and we'll let you, we'll give you information that you want as well. So I kind of do believe stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because with all this, sometimes, in Bakersfield, we're near Edwards Air Force Base, and so we always see stuff in that's in the sky.
Over in that area?
Yeah.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Me and my mom have seen these things that just move side to side, up and down, and then they just boom, take off. It's just super fast. It's not nothing that would be considered a drone or anything, you just look up and you go, okay, interesting,
Right.
So I think the way we did acquire any of this technology, where if that is us doing it, came from someone else.
We got it from somewhere else for sure. I don't deny that some of it is us testing shit for sure. I mean, they're going to get it. They're going to try to test it. Reverse engineering. That's the whole purpose of it, right?
Yeah.
But I think some of the stuff ain't them.
I agree.
It's just hard to determine what is and what's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm open to the possibility of, either or, because
from seeing what the few things that I saw, I have to be open-minded about it because I can't explain that. And I can't just explain it off to military testing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It could be.
Could be, but I think it's more.
It's kind of like back in the day. Remember, everything that was ever spotted, they said, "Oh, it was a weather balloon." Remember those days? Oh, it was a weather balloon. It was a military weather balloon.
When you got pilots out there now, that are stating that they've come across these things, like pilots from the time of Vietnam and everything after. How they've, come out and admitted that they've seen things in the air with them during bombing raids and things like this.
Well, one of those whistleblowers that was in Congress talking was actually a fleet admiral of some, aircraft carrier. This guy's not some quack that's looking for attention. This guy, this guy's
he's top level brass,
the real deal. And he literally is sitting there telling you that yes, we have recovered aircraft, and yes, I believe he even said that they had recovered bodies.
Non-human entities.
Yeah. So, these aren't guys looking for attention with a YouTube channel. These are legitimate. This guy was a fighter pilot off of the Enterprise.
It's basically they were whistleblowing all to say that people should know that our technology is coming from over here. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole reason for that.
Sometimes the whistleblower is down with them. and they're just throwing you off.
I mean, it's easy to say that. It's easy to say that. I mean,
Don't believe the hype, B.
I mean, you could say the same. You know what I mean?
It's all illusions.
All right. Hey, everybody's got
I'm
one.
having
It's all good.
illusions.
It's easy to deny it.
Les is going to be the guy that the UFO lands in his driveway at the house.
Well,
you know?
And he's going to say
I'm
that's
gonna have to meet
military.
the alien, yeah.
He's going to say, hey, what you military motherfuckers doing?
We gonna go drinking with
He's
me,
like,
and, me and the alien.
you imagine Les going at the alien like,
Alien Ale by Psycho Les.
hold up, wait, so where you from?
be like,
Like, where you,
this
you know,
up.
where you coming from?
You got a cold one on board?
Take this alien there. Let's go take you to another universe. Bisbee.
Hell yeah.
But that was a trip to see, though. There was 3 different times, 3 different...
Hey man, it's safe to say we don't know Jack.
We
How
don't.
about that?
we don't.
Absolutely.
We don't know Jack. Let's keep it like that.
That's 100%.
Well, that's the
There's
whole
something
point.
going on.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
True.
That's what I could say.
Well, the insiders are trying to say that the government should tell us that there's other intelligence out there. That's the whole premise of the shit. So it's like, if it's real, yeah, tell us.
Well, they were putting it on a
If
national
it's not,
security
then
tip.
quit bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like the fighter pilot was worried about national security because he said the one pilot that testified in front of Congress
Oh, yeah.
said that this thing pulled up next to him and was doing maneuvers around his aircraft that we don't have for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
And then they asked him, why are you saying, why are you, whistleblowing? And he said, man, this is a national security thing because we have nothing that could go up against what these guys are doing.
And they can come down and do what they want, and there ain't shit we could do about it.
Nothing they could do about it.
Yeah.
So,
But when you flip it to Les's premise, right, could be that they already have this type of technology and they've weaponized it. And this is to make people in Congress say, well, we got to get up on game. If there's aliens with better technology than us, we got to create weaponry that will, like, when you think about it, right, the type of weapons we have now, right, like the thing that took down the plane of homie from Russia that just supposedly got killed. They don't know if he's dead or not, but they think he was on this flight. They said they hit that with the energy weapon, meaning, they hit it on the plane and
disrupt the air and that type of thing.
Well, disrupt the functionality of the plane or whatever. It's like an energy weapon. Like it's meant to shut down your engine or whatever, do whatever it does.
Sure.
Either to the technology of the plane, because any plane has like just like a car,
right? A million
like
different systems on it.
Yeah. And so they're saying that plane got hit with one of those type of weapons, and that's how it went down. So when you think about the technology like that, man, where did they get that from?
Great question.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, 50 canceled his show in Phoenix, AZ, because it was too goddamn hot, B.
Yeah, man.
116 degrees. It's too dangerous for everyone.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. Hey, look, when it's a summer show outdoors, man, if you ain't hydrating and you're drinking beers, and smoking weed,
Or liquor.
yeah, liquor, beers, weed, and you ain't drinking a lot of water,
Man.
out you go.
Down.
Out you go. Down goes Frazier.
Down. There he goes.
Down goes Frazier. We've seen it happen at the greenhouse many times, right? Because people go, they get high as hell, they don't hydrate, and they forget, they lose track, and boom, out they go. It's the same thing at an outdoor concert. You're partying, and you're exposed by the sun if you ain't wearing like a hat or something.
Oh yeah.
So I think he did mercy on his peoples by canceling. What do you think? Would you have canceled?
I mean, I don't know.
Or you would have went out there in that hot ass weather and gave it a
I
shot?
would try to do it. Yeah.
We did it once. We were playing with I think it was either Slightly Stupid. Yeah, I think it was Slightly Stupid. We were on a tour with them. I think we were in St. Louis, Missouri, and it was like 114 outside. I almost passed out doing that show.
I mean, if the people they was willing to do it, right? The people, the crowds.
I mean, for this particular show with 50, I don't know. But for the one we did in Missouri with those guys, yeah, they were out there. It was packed.
So
they didn't give a shit.
The Italy show on this last tour that we were doing was, I mean, you saw the guys, they were literally taking hoses and pump jugs and just squirting the crowd from the front. I mean, it was that hot. So they were trying to keep people from falling out. It was hot.
And there was a crazy heat wave out there. What was the place that they were saying was 138 that one day? Somebody was telling us in one of the countries up there, one of the cities, it was like 138.
Wow.
Or something like that. Remember?
Yeah, I don't remember the city, but I remember the conversation. Somebody said that because I had compared it to Las Vegas that hits like 120, 125.
I mean, 138, you can't even go outside, man.
Dude.
You got to remember that in the direct sunlight, that's like 175, 180.
That's miserable. Misery heat.
Ugh.
You're in hell at that point.
Damn.
Ugh.
Is that the hottest like temp recorded on Earth?
I don't know.
Got to be pretty close.
It's probably
right?
close.
Because 138 is a hell of a lot different than 120.
It's like
Yes, it is.
the sun.
18 degrees, baby.
Man. Hey, man.
I mean, I was talking about Vegas the other day, how every time we go there, like just drinking, you get double smashed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
for
it's,
sure.
and it's the weather, man.
Yeah, you're getting
well, now
dehydrated.
they got new rules in Las Vegas when it comes to temperatures. Like for the pools, it's 120 degrees. They can literally now close the pool because people are going to get sunstroke with all the alcohol. And about 2 years ago, after the death of somebody, there's no more sleeping allowed at the pool anymore. So if you think you're going to go down there and take a nap, because what had happened was they thought somebody was taking a nap when he had actually passed out and literally cooked in the sun and died of heat stroke.
Done.
So none of that is going on anymore in Vegas. They're like, and now every pool has to have an EMT on standby because of that situation. You know, poor little Becky from Des Moines, Iowa is out there doing tequila shots in the sun at 125, you know, and that's not going to end
it.
well at the end of the day.
No.
So, that heat's no joke.
Yeah, man. I remember when I was out there for that year, and I was going out there every weekend, and it was crazy because you said the 125 days, like it would be 125, you know, in 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and like a nice 106, 108 at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
You know what I
nice,
mean? And
a
you're
little
like-
nice one. Those
Yeah,
things.
you know, we didn't leave.
Cool down.
The
down a
desert, desert reprieve.
You're like, oh, we didn't even make it out of the triple digits. We're still, and it's 11:30. It's 108. Tight.
I think at the hottest I've been in Vegas it was 118 maybe.
Oof.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, what that's got going for it versus like Italy was when we were there was the humidity.
Oh, yeah.
Humidity. I mean, I went through like 3 T-shirts a day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It was ugly.
It's just sticking to you. You know what I mean? It's
Need
like
showers.
Miami on steroids. You know what I mean? It was even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas, it's hot, but it's dry heat. You know, it's not that sticky. You know,
Yeah.
it's 2 different things. And that sticky humidity, I felt sorry for being the guys because they had to go on that night, and it felt like all day with that humidity on. It's like you're carrying a sack of cement on your back. It just wears on you. It's nothing nice. It will wear you out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It felt like a heavy ass blanket of heat.
Exactly.
Ooh.
It's always the tourists that's out, though. Like people, the residents, they know better.
They're smart enough.
They
Yeah.
know, oh, we don't go out till like after 6.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me in Las
Exactly.
Vegas. Like I don't go to the grocery store till like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're tripping.
There are people baking out there.
Man.
Hey, we were tripping on people that were doing the gondola rides because there's no umbrellas on the gondolas. You are exposed to the sun like the whole time. Unless you go in through one of the canals and the buildings are high enough, you might get, you know, that little bit of shade until you get past that and on into the open, canal. Yeah.
And they're jet black too. So those things are like
Yeah, those are tracked heat and the whole
super
deal.
hot. Super hot. And I felt sorry for like the people in line to get on the gondola because of course it's a tourist thing. So that, the line to get on these things looks like Disneyland. and they are just standing out there for like an hour and a half cooking in the sun to go on these things. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but like, at what expense? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sorry, honey, we're not going to sit out there in line.
Yeah, no.
I'll go to Vegas in the Venetian where it's air conditioned.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it was a lot to deal with. Like, you feel like your energy's being sapped from you in that shit, man. At least that's how I felt. Like, I didn't even want to do this show. We got up to the show. I was like, man, we got to do a show, man. But when we got out there, everybody got energized because the crowd was so damn hype. Salute to them Italian fans out there. They were crazy.
Dope.
And so, they gave you a little bit of energy. But after the show, you're drenched, soaking in the sweat and the stickiness of that shit. It's like, oh man, I couldn't
Sweat
wait.
Italians.
I couldn't wait to get into the dry clothes and out of there, man.
You ate any pasta?
Oh yeah,
Pizza?
it was great. No pizza. We did
The
some pasta.
food was bomb.
We did some pasta though.
We did a big dinner one night in Venice. And,
Steak.
Big shout out to B and Sen. They picked up the tab on that one. And let me tell you that we went, that was a serious tab, man.
Oh Lord.
3-pound lobsters. So it was dumb. We had half a dozen bottles of red. I mean, we did it big in Italy. It was a lot of fun, but the food was amazing.
It was, it was for Bobo's birthday coming up, so it was like, hey.
That's one thing about Italy. When they serve you a plate, they force you to drink some wine.
Oh.
Like, I'm not really a wine head, but they was like, yeah, you have to. I'm like, bring it then."
Hey, come on. Yeah, but it was good. Like, the wine was really good. We had a Chianti, and I don't normally drink reds, but I had to. I haven't had one in a while, and it was off the chain.
I'm kind of like the wine guy on tour because my family comes from the wine business. So I know just enough to get us in trouble. But what I like to do is whatever region of the world that we're in is like drink wine from that area. So I wanted to go with like a traditional Chianti, and that kind of stuff. Nice. So it was bomb. We had a good time. It was, definitely a good time.
Yes, we did have a good time. It was awesome. And how about Elvis Presley's Smith & Wesson Model 53 revolver sold at an auction for $200,000 or nearly $200,000.
I mean, what's it look like?
Is that the famous gun that like he shot the TV
If
in
that's
Vegas?
the one he shot the TV with, no, that's not the one he shot the TV with. But this is
But
different.
look at that. Relative.
Wow.
Long nose.
Damn, that's
It's decked
yeah.
out for the bicentennial.
Yeah. This had all the fly gadgets. That's a nice. Look at the work on that shit.
Yeah, that's nice.
What you say, 200?
200, nearly, close to $200,000. Look at the work though, the engraving work right there.
sick.
That shit is nuts.
Shit is so sick.
He probably rolled that with a holster walking around Graceland. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Give me a cheeseburger.
That trigger's probably like, you just touch it.
Have you ever been to Graceland before?
No.
And
I've always wanted to go, but we never really had time to go.
it's cool.
Yeah, I heard.
Like they still have everything set up like the way it was when he passed. So he had this one like little record room where he had like a turntable, and then he had like little slots for his records, some of his favorite records, and then the studio was in the back, and it's just a trip, dude. Like he was, he was balling as Elvis Presley, right until he passed.
I'll give it to him. He was like one of the first guys that really started to show him how to ball. And I use that expression.
Man.
It was the custom-made gold sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
It was the rings, the chain.
What sucks for him, he should have had more money, but his bum-ass manager was, jacking him.
Dude, he has this wall like in one of the studio rooms, and it's lined and with framed $1 million checks he got from like through his career. Like it's just like, yo, dude, it's wild, dude. Like Elvis is. If anyone ever gets a chance, go to Graceland, take the tour. Like it's pretty crap. And he's got a record store in there. You could buy Elvis vinyl.
The first rock star.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's a good way to put it. The first rock star.
Yeah, dude, and he like loved this sandwich. It was a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah.
And so he would have his people his like over at Graceland when he was in Vegas working, he would have his chef in at Graceland make it, and then he would fly it over on his jet to Vegas because he was in the mood to have these sandwiches.
And he could only have them from her.
Yes,
It was his childhood nanny,
absolutely.
I think, something like that.
What would you
some people splash that with a side of bacon in it.
Dude, yeah,
Ooh.
I've had it both.
Crazy.
It's pretty good.
What were you gonna
I
say?
was gonna say, what would you consider Elvis music? Like rock and roll? What is it like?
The early parts of it were considered rock and rolls. It was like blues,
But
but
some soulful stuff too.
oh yeah, he
Yeah.
got a little bit of everything. He did a lot of standards later on too,
Yeah.
but his manager didn't allow him to grow because he had him in that fucking movie contracts, like doing all these crazy corny ass movies, when he should have been like writing songs for his albums and keeping up with what the Beatles were doing.
Yeah.
He was stuck in these contracts. And then, him holding him back and not allowing him to go to Europe and tour, he wasn't allowed to grow and see the full potential of how deep his reach was. He didn't know that he had all them fucking fans waiting for him in Europe because he never went down there. His manager would not allow it because he could not go. I mean, it was pretty fucked up.
I mean, even Elvis Presley got a ill break, some drums.
Oh yeah.
What was this?
Oh yeah, there's some songs he's got like from those corny ass movies.
Yeah.
He's got a few breaks. A few songs were pretty
Got some
dynamic
drums, some
there.
real
It's just-
drums.
Yeah.
A little less conversation, a little
Yeah.
action.
And there's some other hidden jewels out there. It's just that nobody bothers to watch the Elvis movies together.
Yeah. Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. He's in, and next to that room, he had all the checks. He also had all his gold and platinum records, and this dude was just
Ridiculous.
stacked. Ba, 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 ba. And you're just like, yo, like Elvis Mania was like really, really real.
He was probably getting jerked right in his contract.
He was a pop star and a rock star all in one.
Yeah.
He
agree.
basically he was the guy
Yeah.
before anybody
Yep. You were correct.
in terms of like popularity in the way that he hit it. Like, I mean, you had like guys like Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra, but their stuff was slightly different. They were singing standards, where he was singing rhythm and blues in what became later as labeled rock.
Yeah.
It was a sort of a different get down.
And those guys were flamboyant in their own way, but definitely not like Elvis did his thing. Like I said, with the the jewelry and the entourages and the airplanes and the rolls. He was
Yeah, he flossed out in a different way. You never seen. He was always in a nice suit,
right.
Yeah.
looking, dapper. Whereas
Cadillac.
my dude right here, he was with all the crazy styles before everybody.
For sure.
Yeah.
My favorite Elvis, it was the Vegas era Elvis, kind of like when he was, I'll use past his prime, getting kind of fat, but he was out there doing karate kicks with capes on.
That's your favorite Elvis.
That's
huh?
my favorite Elvis. Yeah, drug addict Elvis is my favorite.
It's a beer gut.
That's my
Man.
favorite guy. I love that guy.
Damn.
Hey, I don't know if you guys seen it yet. I know I told you guys this some weeks back, but Agent Elvis on Netflix, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You got to
I
watch
got to
it.
check that out.
It's actually it was developed by Priscilla.
Yeah,
Presley.
Priscilla Presley
Yeah.
is an executive producer on it.
Yeah.
It's the monkey is hilarious.
I did. And it's voiced excellently by Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
As Elvis.
everybody's good.
Yeah.
Rock
It's
star.
The animation is good. The writing is pretty hilarious. It's pretty funny. Agent Elvis.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, he just is like the superhero.
He always had the ill shades too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Those were those like solid gold
He
ones.
had everything.
Yeah.
Pimps.
Dude,
Guy.
yeah. He was pimping.
Big time.
The guy was taking his money, but he made sure to give him everything
had
he wanted in the moment.
So you would never question the money.
Yeah, so he wouldn't question money. Yeah.
Oh, you want a car? We got your car.
Look at him. That's right. That right there, Trace.
There you go.
That's your.
No, that's
your
just
boy.
before. That's just before.
Little early on the Vegas. It's a few years after that.
Yeah, because he's still kind of slim right here. He's barely blowing up right here.
Less conversation.
But yeah, this is a rock star look right here, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Frank Sinatra wasn't going nowhere looking like that.
Hell no. Hey, now he kept it classy the whole like, classic.
Classy the whole time. Look at my man
Look
right
at that.
here.
Dude,
Look at my man.
look at the chess piece.
Look how high he is, though, in that picture. He's loaded.
He was a party dude, right?
Yeah, man.
Well, I heard he didn't really do that many drugs till the end. It was the pills.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
pills.
yeah.
Pills to wake up, pills to go to sleep.
You know, he tried acid and didn't like it. I know him and Priscilla tried acid together and didn't.
Yeah, I don't think that was his look. It was, like I say, pills to wake up, pills to go to sleep, but he was doing it with Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice.
Look at there.
Look at
There, there you
There's
go.
my guy. That's my guy.
Look how swollen he is, dude.
That's country Elvis right there. That's less rock Elvis, more country Elvis.
You ain't nothing but a hound.
Dude, some of those old shows, you know, like, dude, you say he's putting on a hell of a show,
Yeah.
and everyone is going crazy in the audience.
Yeah.
He was one of those guys that used to have the girls fainting in the audience, just like fainting. You know,
Just
I'm knocking him out.
Problem is he let the Beatles pass him up because the Beatles were more progressive on the type of songs they were writing. But look at,
Oh yeah.
come on, how could you
Dude,
deny?
come on.
Come
How
on.
could you deny his rock star abilities?
Come
here?
on.
The Beatles couldn't do that. Not even,
Dude.
not one of the four could do that.
That's wild.
And-
You know who I think took his place? Tom Jones.
Well, they were around the same
Yeah.
time. They were around the same time, though.
And almost dressed the same, almost like.
They had the kind of similar get down, yeah.
Say yes.
Because Tom Jones used to have his own little dances. He was the guy in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't. I don't think he got as big as Elvis ever.
No.
No.
But
Nah.
yeah,
He was more underground, but he was funky though.
look at there you go.
Look at oh,
Machine Gun
Come on.
Elvis.
Oh.
That's
See,
Machine
that's
Gun
a little
Elvis.
later into the.
Come
like,
on, your timing. Come on, you gotta get the timing.
He's looking more puffy.
There you go.
Aww.
Machine Gun Elvis. Coming to a theater near you.
Machine Gun.
That'd be a good character.
Machine Gun Elvis.
Yeah.
You know who played excellent Elvis Presley was Jack White in Dewey Cox.
That was hilarious.
Hey man, karate man.
I know karate.
I'll even give it to the kid who played the latest Elvis movie that's out. Man, he really tapped Elvis.
Yeah, he talked like him for a while, even after the
Yeah.
part was on.
Yeah,
It took him a while.
people were shitting on him for that too. It's like,
Yeah.
hey man,
Hey,
that's not your voice, man. Snap out of it.
karate.
Yeah, he said that he had got into character for so long and went to a speech coach to help him along with it that it ended up like sticking with him and it took him a while to shake it.
Wow.
You know, what's his name? Kurt Russell played good Elvis.
What movie was that?
It was a movie about Elvis.
Yeah, but what?
Like one of the fucking 10 that they've made about Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They
Yeah,
cannot-
Elvis in 1979.
Yeah,
The musical drama.
the musical drama.
Like singing.
I don't know if he actually sang, but you know, they had Elvis music. Obviously, you can't have. We've gone too far about Elvis.
What do you mean?
There you go. There you
Oh,
go.
look at him. Hey man, karate.
Karate.
I mean, them jackets
Thank
are
you.
tight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Give me a peanut
That
butter
guy.
sandwich.
Yeah. Did he win the Oscar, or who won Best Oscar?
I don't know.
Best Actor.
Mm.
He definitely made them sideburns famous.
Yeah, he rolled the sideburns like nobody's business.
The choppers. Those were choppers.
Chops.
Would it be that he is one of the founders of the mullet? We'd have to go into one of his many haircuts. No,
Who, Elvis? No. I don't think he ever had the mullet.
I
You
don't
don't
think he
think
ever
so?
did the mullet thing.
that would have
Because he
been
had-
hilarious had he had the mullet.
If he had had the mullet, that would have been amazing. But
He was
had,
always that pomp.
yeah, he had that pomp.
Yeah,
That
he sure did.
Elvis trailer.
One of the
Look
many.
at him. See? Yeah, I don't think he.
Trace once upon a time had hair like this.
Like quaff, dude. Just rebel.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Hey,
I like your style, dude.
Oh man, yeah.
Well,
Excuse me.
happy birthday to what would have been Michael Jackson's 65th today.
Yeah, would have been 65. But
You know, the OG.
the king of pop.
Dude, you know, there's always there's always conversation in amongst fans and everyone, but a lot of people have been lately trying to compare like Taylor Swift or Beyonce to Michael Jackson in terms of being performers and entertainers, and there's always one argument.
I'd say Beyonce's closer if there was actually a comparison, if that was real. Yeah, Beyonce would be closer than I think Taylor Swift. Not taking anything away from Taylor Swift as a performer. It's just the style of music they perform. You know what I mean? Like Beyonce goes out there and she does her vocals while doing all those fucking dances.
Yeah.
Like it's a different get down, and that's like what Mike used to do. He had aggressive up-tempo songs.
Yep.
And he didn't lip sync to none of them. He actually sang.
Yep. No
And-
tape there.
And gave a show.
I don't know, man. I think Michael Jackson was bigger than everybody, man.
No, I agree with that. But
Yeah.
I'm saying if you're comparing those two chicks to that, Beyonce is closer.
Like I know. I got a couple of friends from Morocco, and they told me they learned how to speak English through Michael Jackson songs. singing.
Yeah.
Like that's incredible. You got foreign people learning how to speak English by singing your songs.
Yeah.
Well,
When Beyonce gets that, then I'll be like, okay.
I think she has that. I think they both have that. But
think so?
yeah, they just don't have the years. Like when you think about how long
ladies.
when you-
ladies.
when you think about how many years Michael got in the game, I mean, basically since he was what, 5, 6?
Yeah. Jackson 5 all the way to the Jacksons and then his
So
solo career.
It's years of experience that anyone has to catch up to because he did it on such a huge level.
Yeah.
And he was a workhorse at his shows. So like to be on that level, it takes, I mean, years, right? So he had years on both these girls and anyone else, not just them two, but anyone else.
Yeah.
So it's hard to touch what he was able to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're comparing these two, who seem to be the biggest in the game right now, yeah, I would say Beyonce's closer to that lane than Taylor Swift is, just based off of the style of music and how aggressive it is and how much she got to work
Yeah.
dancing and singing those songs,
Yes.
as opposed to being on the piano for some time. Like Beyonce is constantly moving.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, but is she like, in terms of fame, like Michael Jackson on that level? Nah, I mean, that's...
Dude, when you see those pictures of Michael like at his hotel room and he looks out of his balcony and it's like thousands of people just waiting to get a glimpse of him, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah, that's
like,
hard to top.
Man, that's Michael. I mean, Michael Mania was like, you would see him in this, like they'd be filming or taking pictures and there'd be people shaking his van he was in.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, oh my God, it's Michael Jackson.
In all fairness, though, when we were in Canada, same weekend that Cypress was performing, I believe it was in Toronto.
Yeah.
Beyonce was performing the same night at a different Coliseum. And she was doing a release earlier that afternoon for a clothing pop-up. It was like announced the day before, and they said between 400 and 500 people. Well, they had like 7,000 people out in the front of this store. So it's kind of like that same thing you're talking about. Like
They are huge right now in this time.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
They've built up to that. I mean,
sure.
from when you look at Beyonce, it's almost like, the way Diana Ross was first with the Supremes, and they were the biggest female group in their time, and then she springs off to be one of the biggest female artists in her time. Beyonce has that same sort of trajectory.
Yep.
So, she's got that thing.
Yeah.
And so does Taylor Swift. It's just a different style of it.
Yeah. Both their music is like, dude, I mean, SoFi Stadium had six nights of
That's crazy.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That's nuts. 'Cause
Nuts,
when you
dude.
think about how big SoFi is.
Yeah. And not only were there people,
But in Michael's prime, he could have filled that 5 nights for
mean,
sure.
do you remember?
Probably longer.
Remember when he did the Super Bowl halftime?
Yes.
And he jumped out that stage and stood there for what was like forever, and everyone was just screaming and like, yo, you don't. I mean, that's Michael Jackson,
Right.
And then he killed that show.
He sure did. Word up. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
To the legend. Would have been 65. All right. Before we get into the next bit, Bodega coolers are lightly sparkling and refreshing cannabis beverages using all natural ingredients. Bodega coolers provide an elevated twist on California Coke classic cooler style beverages. All right. Bodega. 25 milligrams of THC per 12-ounce can, so it will get you lit. Trust. We're going to have a few ready for Sendog when he gets here next week. Pineapple Cooler is a fruit-forward and crushable mix of pineapple, grapefruit, and ginger. The Pear Cooler is a refreshing and juicy blend of pear, tarragon, lime, and honey. Be sure to keep your eye out for the Bodega Coolers at your dispensaries near you. They're pretty damn good too, no lie.
What if you drank one of these in the heat? Would that be good?
Sure.
Yeah, just drink some water.
Bring it.
Water.
Water. All right, it's about time to do this.
Time for submissions. Time for submissions. Time for submissions.
Bodega.
Time for submissions. Time for submissions. Time for submissions. Time for submissions. Time for submissions.
All right, we got a bunch of submissions in today. First one of the day here, we got M from the Discord, and he's showing off a little bit of a spot called Salt Lick all the way down in Texas.
Oh, I've eaten there.
Been there.
Been there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Bomb.
So amazing.
Yeah, we
Oh,
went there, right?
That's where we went, B. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They give you such good portions.
I can't wait to go back.
Ooh, it's so good.
Bomb.
Damn, I'm hungry.
If you're in Salt Lake, Texas, if you're in Texas, and where's this? What city?
It's near Austin.
Near Austin. Go to Salt Lake.
Yeah, it's good.
It's awesome.
Bomb.
Dude, those big ass like fire pits that they're just roasting.
Got to get there early too, because they sell out like a little bit after lunch. People start lining up, and they only got so much.
It'll do a number on your nostrils, man, because like all the aroma of that goodness is just beating you up.
Oh, it's so good.
You can't wait. It makes you more hungry as you wait.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
And we got Narcy up in here saying, made these peanut butter and baklava bit cookies this past weekend for my sibling's birthday. She's saying she infused the butter with 2 grams of RSO.
Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that.
She's saying they had my eyes feeling glued, and my eyes were glued shut.
Oh, like a Bolton cookie.
And she's asking, can I get a belated birthday shout out for my sibling Evie?
Hey, happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday, Evie.
Evie, happy birthday.
Evie, happy birthday.
We hope you partied in the right way, no booth, and all the people you love. You know what I'm saying? And we hope you had a good one.
Probably on those RSO cookies right there.
Probably.
Great way to spend your birthday.
Eyes glued. Let me get that lighter again. Let me try it again. This keeps going out.
And we got Steph Tone up in here saying, sorry guys, was not able to make it down today. Today we're picking up the cats. We're adopting and getting everything in order for them.
Oh, cool,
I'll
man.
be there Friday.
New members of the family.
I believe this is Pixie right here.
What up, Pixie?
What up, Pixie?
Welcome to the strong family, Pixie. Give it a round.
Oh, hell yeah.
Are you not going to give it a round? Oh, I thought you were going to give it a round. There you go.
Yeah, Pixie looks rad.
I'm a cat guy, so I have a soft spot for cats. I love cats.
Yeah, they're rad.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, Les?
Nah.
I'm cool with cats,
Les,
but
Les, today an abundance of negativity. I don't know if you've noticed, but Les, first no aliens,
listen.
no cats. I mean, Les.
I'm cool with cats, but I would never
I
own
never
one.
said I like cats.
I'm cool with cats, but I would never own one. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm more of a dog guy.
I like pictures of cats.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
doesn't hate them completely.
Yeah, I don't want to have them carrying them.
Cats are cool. You just got to be willing to let them be them, and when they don't want to be bothered with a human,
I hate when
don't force yourself on it.
I hate when they walk by you and they wrap their tail around your leg and their whole body, and I just kick their ass. Like, get the
Why?
Wow.
I hate that.
That's showing love right there.
Yeah, that's warming up to you.
I want cat fur on me.
All right.
All right.
Fair enough.
And we got David. He posted this on Twitter, a little Rap Fest 4 featuring Cypress Hill, 1992.
Wow. Nice.
$10 ticket.
Yep.
12 at the door.
Could it be it was all so simple then?
Good old days.
Yeah.
Damn.
92.
Before I knew what I was doing.
We got Wilfred Cyrus saying, out here in the middle of the field, out here in the middle of nowhere as well, and the colas are starting to take shape in Michigan.
Wow.
Nice.
An abundance.
Look at that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Merry Christmas.
An abundance.
Parodies.
Damn. Merry Christmas. Damn.
Nice farm.
That's work right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Nice.
Like people don't realize,
That's
something
work.
with that scope like that,
That's
of a
work.
project, like, yeah, it's easy. I'm not going to say it's easy to grow like that, but did you also forget you have to harvest that, hang that somewhere, dry that somewhere?
Yeah.
Like, where are you going to do that?
You need teams.
Yes, that's a real project. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
So this would be considered outdoor,
yeah.
Yes.
and
Yeah, that is.
outdoor nowadays is pretty good. Some of it.
Yeah,
Sun-grown.
some folks got the outdoor game down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like for sure.
I've tasted
Yeah.
some good outdoor.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Isn't the new term sun-grown?
Sun grown, yeah.
Yes.
California Kiss.
It's a rebrand.
Yes, rebrand. There you go.
It's a rebrand. You
Kiss,
got to make something sound a little bit more favorable. You rebrand it.
Kissed by California Sunshine.
That's right. God
There you
damn
go.
it.
Yeah, there you just hit it.
Okay, Sendog's not here, but somebody sent this in for Sendog saying, is this your favorite pose for the camera?
That's Seti Suave right
Woo, boy.
Yeah, baby.
That is a good one. We'll have him explain it next week when he comes in.
I mean, sometimes the photographers tell you to do crazy things like that. Like, yeah, put your arm over here.
That's true.
Or put your arm on your waist. And do some, like,
Photographer.
Well, you got that's when you decline. No, I'm not doing that.
I'm good.
Oh man, I would say, like, I can't tell you how many times Muggs broke the heart of a photographer. Could you do this, that, nah. Just straight up. Muggs wasn't playing it ever. Nah. Fuck that.
Right here, I'm sitting. Take it.
Dope.
He didn't care about the feelings, bro. He would just let him know.
Like, nope.
Nah. That's simple.
Yep.
And if he really didn't like it, fuck out of here. Just simple like that. And most of the time we were in agreement, so we just let him be like,
Well,
nah.
it must be kind of contagious, and I probably shouldn't. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, should I say this? But Aton is our photographer. Sometimes it's a little difficult with the photos as well.
Nah.
This guy, yeah, Aton,
No, sometimes he's got good ideas. It's
He
just
does.
his timing and how he asks.
it's
They
all-
were all
Hi,
like,
guys.
fuck out of here, man.
creativity is definitely all there, but it's, the timing is
Yeah. Sometimes you don't,
In the ask.
In the,
But one can, never truly be ready to take a picture when someone is asking for it.
See, I always like the idea of a photographer taking candid photos. Like, I don't want you to pose, like stand against the fence like that. That's cheeseburger to me. Like, I like the behind the scenes, when, you weren't expecting the shot.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I like.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially,
No,
like,
he's got good setups, though.
definitely. In the music business, I like the behind the scenes stuff.
Like, the eye is everything, and he's got a good eye.
Great eye. I tell
So-
Aton all the time, as much as I want to kick him in the ass sometimes, he is probably arguably the best music photographer out right now.
Where he needs work is approach. You know? Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
That's it. Because he got the eye. He got
You didn't
the
hear
shot.
anybody arguing.
No comment.
I mean, hey.
But he is one of the best photographers in the game.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely.
All kidding aside, that kid knows how to shoot
He's been around the world.
definitely.
Seen things.
Yeah.
All right.
We got Fernando up in here showing off his best friend Biscuit all the way from Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
What's up, Biscuit?
Is this okay for you, Les? The dog all right?
Yeah,
All right.
Doggies is cool with me.
Can one of you guys bring me a fresh out here, Aton or Pedro?
Bring it.
That's a happy dog.
It is. It is.
No, dogs got more feelings than cats, you know?
What makes you say that, Les?
Hey, man, I've owned dogs, and I know.
But you haven't owned a cat, though.
I got people with cats.
That's not the same.
I see how they act. And they don't act the same.
It's not the same.
I know people with cats, yeah.
But I'll say this about people that have cats, right? It's like I said, they got to get used to the fact that the cat, when it doesn't want to fuck with you, you got to give it its space.
Yep.
Well, see, that's what I like about it. It's on their terms.
That's what I'm saying. A dog is not like that. A dog is ready for you at every point.
Right.
You come home, the dog is like happy that you're home.
Yeah, that's
Or
your buddy.
you can
I
say
mean-
to a dog, like, get over
Where
here.
so
and he'll come.
sometimes the cat sees you and it's like, that
Give you the
motherfucker.
finger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
The cat
like,
will give you-
oh, that motherfucker's here. He's gonna want to pet me. I don't want to be pet right now. No.
Yeah.
And fuck
When I
off
was a
to the-
young buck, my dad told me that women were a lot like cats. The more you chase them, the more they're going to stay away from you. You ignore the cat's going to want to hang out with you. So it's kind of there's a
It's
little
a
bit.
cat and mouse thing.
Yeah,
huh?
there you
Right?
go.
No
a little
pun
bit
intended.
of truth. There's some truth to that.
All right, next.
Yeah.
This next one's pretty cool. We got Jacob up in here saying, while visiting the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, I came across this rad band rocking the Insane. He's saying, P.S. Michigan's dispensary game is strong.
All right. They're pretty tight.
Yeah.
A groove.
That's a trip. I never anticipated like a band, like covering the song. I've heard hits from the bong. That's cool, man. Salute to them.
I was in New York hanging out with Ice-T and Tretch, and Memphis Bleak was spitting an a cappella verse, and he's just rapping and going at it. And then in a part of his verse is like, "Here is something you can't understand." The whole crowd, I could just kill a man. Like, yo,
Dope.
crazy.
No.
It resonated. Who would have thought? All right.
It was dope.
We got Turtle up in here showing off his dog as well. Smoking big.
Hell yeah, look at him.
Stoner Dog.
Hell yeah.
Premiering Friday night, 9 p.m.
He got his money out.
Yeah, he's
A dog and his habit. What it cost to get a dog high.
oh my god, it'd be so rad to see him use the grinder. Little paws just
Human, come grind this for me. Rawr.
I want to see him use the lighter. You know what I mean?
grinding them. Oh, so great. So funny.
Human, light my joint.
Makes it rain. Just pause it out.
We got Ibis up in here saying, can you guys send some positive vibes to my big bro, Renee? He just finished an intense 2-year rehab in Mexico, and he's finally home.
Hey, positive vibes to you, Renee,
Yeah,
man.
Renee. Hell yeah. All
Hey.
the
You put that work in to get through, man. Now just, keep putting the work in. And, be around the right people, not the ones that are going to, tempt you to go back to the shit that caused you to have to reset in the first place, man. So, positive vibes to you. Stay around positive people.
yes. All the positive energy to you.
And he's saying we saw Pantera last night and along with Lamb of God on his first night home.
Hell yeah.
That's a hell of a show right there.
Hell yeah. Hey,
Relapse.
dude, that's a dope tour. My homies and Spirits in the Room are playing on that tour. They're the opening act for that.
Pantera series.
Pantera's sick with it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got a Braulio up in here saying, I randomly got to see Anderson .Paak perform at the Santa Monica Pier last week. He rocked an all-vinyl DJ set for the Netflix One Piece anime live-action premiere. And he's asking, does anyone at the table watch anime?
I have from time to time. But that's dope. Anderson .Paak seems to do it all.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna come rap, sing, play drums, get on the ones and twosies.
Yeah.
Yo, any of you guys own a Fire Stick, like for your TV?
I've had one.
I think I had one back in the day.
I think I'm about to go that way. I was in Florida. Everybody got that.
They work.
And they got channels up the ass.
Yeah.
But you made a good point. It's kind of like, remember back in the day, you had a box, what was just known as a box. I bought a scrambler.
Yeah.
The Fire Sticks now is the kind of new thing with that. You buy one, and the problem is they're going to burn out. Like, I use the term burnout. They'll turn off. It's going to be the same type of thing. So you're going to be buying, it'll last for a while, don't get me wrong. But
you end up having to replace that
exactly.
one. But they last pretty long. The one I had lasted a couple of years before it, like, took a shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right on.
But now smart TVs come with that type of shit that's in a Fire Stick. But you want it to travel, right?
Yeah, travel.
Yeah.
And to not, disconnect everything, all cable, and not pay for no more.
Yeah, you could get one, and it'll last you for some time, you know what I mean?
It's funny you say that, Les. I did that recently myself. Like, I cut the cable.
Yeah, it's no.
I was paying like $300-something a month.
I just paid last night cable, and I'm like, yo, that's it.
So now I'm strictly streaming. Strictly streaming.
Yeah. And there's enough stuff on these streaming. You can watch something new every night.
Straight up.
Yep.
Dr. Greenthumb show every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on. Get
Teach what, teach what. Tell your friends about it, goddammit.
That's right. That's right.
Hit the like.
We got a King B12 up in here saying, I've been microdosing a lot lately, enjoying these Cinnamon Toast Crunch bars.
All right.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Chocolate seems to be the preferred vehicle.
There's no bitter taste.
Yeah, there's no, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that taste is like...
Yeah, because always the thing about that, even when you would just eat them before they were in chocolates, you would at one point burp, and then you would taste them again, and then you'd be like, oh, man.
I wonder why.
Because they're grown in shit.
Yeah, well, that part.
Yeah, that part.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just been marinating in shit.
That sounds about right.
Fermented shit.
Yeah.
Gross.
All right.
And we got Javi Lopez up in here with a little video of Bart's barbecue at Liddy in the City.
Bring it.
Thank you, Bart.
Oh no, he said 10. He said he had 10 left. I said, give me all 10. You know what I'm saying?
This is actually my 11th time trying these burgers. God damn it!
Double Wagyu. Yeah. Waiting on that. Hell yeah. That first one smacked though.
I mean, we sold 400 burgers in like 5 hours. It's done. No more burgers. Like 300 burgers total. Like
he's like, oh my god.
Singles and doubles. 400 patties we sold in like 5 hours over at the Liddy in the City. Herman here.
I'm burned out. I'm tired.
We did like 70 patties an hour. That's crazy.
He's like, it's a lot.
Best out here, man. Yes, sir.
70 patties.
Don't play with it. Stay with it. Party 1, 2, 3 here.
Appreciate it.
These brisket burgers, you better get the fuck out my way. I'm about to eat this shit.
Yeah, don't fuck around with the brisket burgers, baby. All right.
Hey, man.
Bots
barbecue.
Mister. Yeah.
And that seems to be it.
All right. Thank you for all your submissions. Keep them coming to brealtvcontest@gmail.com and we'll put them on. All right. If you haven't smashed that like yet, please take your time and do it now. Yeah, there's no rush, but we would like you to smash it right now and subscribe if you're not subscribing and crack the all notification bell so you can get down with everything we drop. All right. Stay in touch. Stay in the know. Be in the right now with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we got more shit coming up. And, so please take that time and rock it right now. I think we're popping off a mix today after this show, the Dr. Greenthumb Mix Show. Psycho Leezy and myself, you know what I'm saying? So if you're watching on Twitch right now, salute. Just stay locked in, and we will start top of the hour. All right? And if you're watching on YouTube, come check us out on Twitch. Get yourself a Twitch account and watch us at B_RealTV. Or you could watch us on the home site, BeReal.tv. That's www.BeReal.tv. Become a member and get all the perks and watch the show live via the home site. We would love you to do that. So come on and be a member if you are not. And with that, salute. Yeah, man. Says here, Quavo took to Twitter and said that he was back on taking Xanax.
On Xannies?
He's on the Xannies.
Wow. Dang.
I mean, that hit everywhere like wildfire, man. Hey, look, he should just leave that alone, man.
Is he back on it like through a prescription? I mean, like, is he having
know.
issues that he's on it, or is he like, hey, I'm back taking Xanax partying?
He's Quavo. Any doctor would probably just give it to him because he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's Amigo. So they're one of the bigger groups out right now. Yeah. Most doctors are going to be like trying to get in with him.
Huh.
But who knows? I mean, maybe he needs it for something real. I don't know. But like, you know, hey, when you think about what that does, doing too much of that.
Is that like a treatment for like what, anxiety?
Anxiety.
Yeah. Have you ever taken one before?
I have.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for anxiety.
Oh, okay. Dude, I used to take it for anxiety. It was
okay.
Yeah. And so
it brings you down a notch.
Yeah, it just leaves you feeling real centered and just like less anxiety coming to like creep in real quick. Like one of the best ways I used to take one before I went to bed, and then I wake up in the morning and have just a rad routine of like, I wouldn't be overthinking anything. You know what I mean? Sometimes, so I would just get to my day and I'd be like, yeah, everything's great.
Shouldn't he just do some dabs?
I mean, he could.
You want to feel like ease up and feel like ultra relaxed but I mean that might give him some anxieties.
Oh man.
If he had the wrong dosage, if you give him the right dosage, he'll be high enough and just relax.
Yeah, a little caffeine.
If you give him too high of a dosage, yeah, he'll have the anxieties.
Oof.
Then he'll have to take that shit.
Yeah.
Like, calm down.
Yeah.
I need a Xanny.
Square one.
Nah, man. I mean, what that does to your organs too, man.
Yeah, it's not good.
Your liver.
Yeah, if you abuse it,
nah,
for sure.
Leave the Xannies alone, Chief.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, smoke some more weed. Smoke some more weed, do some dabs, or some edibles if the dabs are too incredible.
And speaking of on drugs, did you see this right here? Post Malone bought a Magic 1 ring card for $2 million.
Yeah.
You said speaking of on drugs.
Yeah, dude.
You like that segue?
Yeah, that was a good segue.
$2 million for a card.
Card? What
like
kind?
one of those, trading cards, like a
card?
Pokemon card.
Oh,
a Pokemon card.
$2 million he paid for it.
Yeah.
Basically, but yeah, the game of Magic.
What is the card worth though? Like for real?
There isn't a card worth $2 million in the fucking world to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I hear you, but in their little collection world, what was that card really worth? Was it worth that $1 million?
$2 million. He paid for it.
Oh, he paid $2 million.
$2 million.
Well, the worth went up because he got it now.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to buy it from him,
Not always.
That's,
And I can put it in perspective. Remember all these NFT things that was going on a little while ago? Remember the Bored Ape thing and all that?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber paid like 1.5 for an NFT that's today worth 90 grand.
ouch.
Yeah, but this is a physical thing.
True.
So the NFT was kind of like, it was a shot in the dark, but yeah, this is something like he can legit like.
Put that in your butt, $2 million.
Dude.
Tripping.
Hey, dude got paid though.
I don't care if he got paid. That's the dumbest
Well,
thing
the
in
dude
the
who
world.
Sold the card.
the dude who sold it to Post Malone, yes, he got paid.
Oh,
He got
yes.
paid.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, though, that's what it's based on? Okay.
Now I'm wondering if can Post Malone get that same, or is he going to take an L? when he tries to sell this ring. I mean, sell this card.
Depends.
Post Malone spends money like it is going out of style. He just recently bought a Bugatti, and then he had the Bugatti story with him was really interesting because it touched home with me in Vegas. There's a big accident attorney out in Vegas. He's got billboards, one of those slip and fall attorneys, ambulance chaser attorneys. He had ordered the Bugatti, but Post Malone, it was a white one with a white interior, special colors. Post Malone had ended up getting it. They ended up going back to Post Malone, taking it back from him and to get it to this attorney because the Vegas attorney said, I'll sue you. You gave Post Malone my car. But what I'm getting at, that car was like $6 million. So there it is right there.
Ooh,
between the car and the Pokemon card, this guy just spent like $10 million. Like, how much is he really worth to be spending money like that? That dude's gonna be homeless.
Oh, dude,
he got some money.
And he does big. All of his tours are big now. Like,
yeah, that's the thing, man. His publishing is crazy because he writes a lot of songs that get a lot of rotation and probably have actually sold units. It's not like some of these cats that they got all these streams, but they haven't sold units.
Right.
Posty does both. Yeah. So he got a little bit of money.
I don't know who his financial
but I don't know how
advisor is.
much money he's got because that is a hell of a spend right there.
Yeah.
And he gets licensed a lot in like TV shows and like films. Like,
he's getting it.
He's getting it.
At Raising Cane's right now, you can order a large Post Malone Coke.
Get a large Posty.
Yeah. Get it? Post Malone Coke. You get it? What's going on here, guys?
Oh.
You with me?
You're a
this
Coke.
thing on?
You do a lot of Coke. Would you?
Hey.
I
don't talk about my
mean,
Coke
you drink
problem.
a lot of Coke. Would you drink a Post Malone Coke?
Damn.
I have. I'm not going to
At Cane's?
Yes.
Nice.
And
We don't talk about my Coke problem anymore.
All right.
I thought we had an agreement.
Bro. Hey, man.
Thank you.
straight up.
Just trying to be a friend.
All right. We're about to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion. We want to hear it.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. We got Matt up in here saying, yo, what's good, Trace? Big love to the homie.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good to be here. Haven't been here for a couple of weeks. Been out on the road, and it's fun to always do this show on a Tuesday.
And we got Chris up in here asking, can I redose mushrooms after taking them?
What?
Like, if you take mushrooms, like a couple hours later, can you redose or not?
I would say, yeah. I mean, sure. You could do that with acid. You could do it with mushrooms.
Is that like to keep the high? Are they asking, like, can you keep the high going?
Cycle it out.
Wow, yeah, I guess so.
And we got a Benny P up in here saying, haven't caught a live show in weeks, and what up, y'all? Bless up to the crew.
Salute.
Yes.
Glad you're back.
Raise the roof.
And we got Aton up in here saying that burger in Paris was disgusting.
It's your fault for ordering a burger in Paris.
Damn.
Who does that?
Yeah. I mean,
it's like you take someone to a steakhouse, like, that's like 5-star, and they got all this great stuff on the menu, and he orders a grilled cheese. That's
chicken nuggets.
The equivalent.
You got dino nuggets?
Next.
And we got Fly G up in here asking, once Elon Musk goes to Mars, are humans considered aliens or Earthlings?
Wait, what?
Once Elon Musk goes to Mars, are humans now considered aliens or Earthlings when they're on Mars?
Both.
Well, yeah, we're humans.
Yeah, we would be alien to Mars.
We'd be humans, but we'd from Earth, so Earthlings.
Earthling, there you go. Look at
Both.
the Earthlings.
Excellent. Human Earthlings.
Like that.
We got Darren up in here saying Trace is an OG straight gangster. Much respect.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
And let's see here. We got Fly G is saying it's crazy that Michael Jackson didn't even have social media, and it made that big of an impact in the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude.
That's real impact.
Yeah. Dude. He was huge. I think at one point he was the third most recognizable person in the world.
Yeah.
Like up there with Jesus.
Do you think that was one of the reasons why he changed his appearances so much? Is that he didn't want to be that guy?
I don't know. I think there was something there. I don't know what it could be though.
Who could ever know?
Yeah, man.
And we got the real Cali Kush saying, "I'm so glad y'all made it back safe."
Well, thank you, man. We are glad we made it back safe too. Interesting flight.
And we got Alan up in here saying, "Trace's situation reminded me of Pedro's situation at Disneyland."
Yeah. I mean, you go anywhere now, you got to be careful. That's all it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
And be smart. And if you do get in trouble, be polite. You know what I mean? It's crazy as the situation you're in. It's not going to do anybody any good to be yelling and cussing at the, the cops and things like that.
Yeah, that's not helping your situation
at all. So, be a gentleman. You might get treated like one.
Yeah.
So,
bam, right there.
And we got Extra 2 in the super chat asking the table your top 3 Alchemist produced tracks.
Ooh.
Bring it.
Fuck.
Damn.
Hold You Down is one. One of the joints he did with Gangrene. I can't remember what it's called right now.
Ooh, that's yeah.
And fuck, there was another one he did with Action. I think it was with Action.
Yeah.
I dig
can't
when he
remember
does,
whose shit it was on, but
when he does like those overseas collaborations with like he'll go to Europe and grab guys and stuff like that. He does some dope tracks.
The one he gave Jada Kiss was dope too, though.
We gon' make
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's one of the dope ones for sure. Damn, Alchemist has so many good ones.
He got
though.
so many good ones.
I like the one he did with me. It's called Ballet Shoes.
Word.
Check for that one. And then I also like the I Get High.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Hey, the one he did with Mobb Deep though.
Ooh.
The Thomas Dolby sample.
Yeah, got it twisted.
Yeah, Twisted.
Yeah,
That's
Al killed that.
Yeah, he killed that. Murdered it.
The one they did, he produced for Mobb Deep with Cool G Rap on it. It was on Murder Music, I think. That was one of my favorites. Yeah, he's dope.
I dig Al's vibe. I mean, he's a humble dude. You know what I'm saying? Really good guy.
Dude, he just put out a new record, him and Earl Sweatshirt.
He don't stop.
Nah, man.
He don't stop.
You had him under your wing as a youngster, B.
Yeah, he was 13 running with us. Like,
oh man,
he was a rapper at that time before he knew how to produce, and he was pretty fucking dope. I mean, we took them on their first tour. He was 14 and Scotty Conn was 16. They had signed a deal through Tommy Boy, and we brought them on the Soul Assassins tour to open it up. No one knew who they were, and yet they still rocked it with the couple songs. I mean, they had a 10-minute set, so it was like picking the 2 best songs, and the 2 songs they picked sort of matched the vibe on what the tour was with, Funk Dubious, House of Pain, and ourselves. You know what I mean? So these 2 little dudes would go out there and rock the fuck out of it.
That's dope.
And so Alchemist was getting like the experience under his belt that you don't normally get at that age. How to rock crowds, like on the mic, how to write songs. And then eventually, when he sort of starts hanging out with Muggs in the studio and like starts crate digging with Muggs, and then just, starting to learn the craft on the production level. I mean, it's a dope story when you think about it. We got to see his growth, like, and him put his own work in. You know what I mean? Nobody could claim his, I put him on. But no, he put himself on.
Yeah.
I like Alchemist. I like Alchemist on the mic too.
He's
nice.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, like, as a kid, he was dope. So it was just a matter of time before he like said, okay, I'm a flip back onto the mic, because he had all this, production under his belt. He could easily flip back to the mic, and it was a good thing when he did, because he killed it, and no one knew that about him, that he was an MC first.
Mm-hmm.
Only those of us that that watched him grow up knew that, but people that were fans of him that didn't know that, they would trip on his mic work, because he's a very dope MC. Yeah, salute to the alchemist. Next.
And we got Steve up in here saying, I see UFOs all the time in Ireland. Rural areas out here have very little light pollution.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, Les. People just disagree with you here.
UAPs.
We need to send Les out to the desert by himself so he could, see some things in the sky.
How sick would that be?
Would you do that?
Yeah, why not?
All right, we'll set up an event.
Yes.
Oh man. All right.
And we got the Inner Realm saying, check out Bob Lazar.
Yes.
Yeah, check out Bob Lazar.
Yeah, there's a good doc on him.
He was like one of the first whistleblowers.
Yeah, and it talks about a lot of technology that they helped reverse engineer ended up coming out later.
That he saw for himself.
Yeah. It's a trip.
Yep. All right.
And we got a Chris up in here. He's saying when the hash smells like skunky, when it smells skunky and weedy, it's very special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gassy.
And you know what? We didn't also explain what we did with the other quarter pound of hash that didn't get found.
We won't talk about that.
Okay.
All right. What did we do?
Remember at the Vista Point?
I know what we did. I'm saying, tell them what.
Okay. We left it for somebody. Somebody at that Vista Point is going to pull up and get out of their car. There's going to be...
No, not someone is going to. Someone has already.
Definitely.
So you're welcome.
Yes. I don't know who you are in Switzerland, but you found a quarter pound of Moroccan bomb-ass hash just sitting there on like a...
130 grams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know, but if I was to see that, would you really take that and
somebody
smoke it?
that knew, like somebody that knew what's up, yeah, they would totally pick that up.
Think so?
If you don't know,
never know.
You don't touch it.
You don't know
Now
what
you know.
Nah.
What if a bird came down and took it?
Just like
the bird's gonna die. It's just like overdose on some hash.
Take a little nap.
Take a little nappy nap. No, someone definitely saw that and took it. Because there's motherfuckers that will see that and be like, oh, I am selling this to my homies.
And to put a value on the blonde hash that they busted me with, they put a street value of $18,800 on it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
On resale.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And that's 18,000 euros or something like that,
so
right?
it's like 22,000 US dollars was the value on it. A little personal.
Oops. All right, next.
All right, we got Mama Cass up in here saying, shout out to Up is Down in the chat. And she's asking, let's see if we can get Bolton to speak in Aussie. And she's saying, good day, mate. How you going?
Oh, my God.
Good day, mate.
No. That was terrible.
And did he say Aussie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aussie.
Aussie.
There you go.
Aussie.
Good day, mate.
No, you're too strong on the good day, mate. It's good day, mate.
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 Hold on. Let's let him do it. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
You need work next.
And we got Todd up in here. He's saying, Trace, Coke Zero tastes identical to regular Coke. It's really good.
Bullshit.
No.
Bullshit.
No and no.
No.
And it's not any better. It's worse. It's actually probably worse because of all the stuff that they're anti doing to it. So it's all shit for you. I know it's bad. I know I got a Coke problem, and there's going to come a time where, I quit drinking Coke one time before, and I'll do it again, and it's time, you're right, because I know it's shit.
Hey, you know what we didn't bring up yet, though? New ink that my man has on his arm. He got himself a Cypress Hill tattoo up in Amsterdam.
Nice.
Yeah, Hollywood Mark.
With our bro Hollywood Mark.
Oh, what up, Mark?
Yep.
That's the homie. He's cool.
He met Mark for the first time, and Mark, splashed this Cypress Hill piece on.
Legendary, bro.
Pretty dope, yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of why I dig this font right here. It's the font from the Cypress Hill Live at the Fillmore album, song from San Francisco.
That's what I reckon. Yeah, I reckon.
So it's kind of it's not the average, the everyday Cypress font. But the cool thing about it, like B said, and I'll give you a little back, Hollywood Mark, these guys all went to school with him. Julio G went to school with him, like elementary school, Sen. So when I asked, where would be the best guy in Amsterdam to go to, I hit Mark. Mark said, oh, it's my day off. But he said, nobody's going to do that tattoo except me. So he came in on his day off and did me and ended up coming to the show with these guys. So they were able to catch up. It turned into like a cool little reunion.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
If you're, if you're in Europe and you find yourself in the dam,
Kind of looks like mine.
and you want some ink, ask for Hollywood Mark.
Real talk.
For real, that's the homie, and
Yeah.
he's
Got a
dope.
dope shop. Dope shop over there.
Tell him Dr. Greenthumb sent you. All right, next.
And next up in here, we got Steady Roke, and he's saying brisket burgers sound hella good right now.
It sure does.
Hungry.
You don't know how good it sounds, right?
Right?
And we got Bro Big Moose saying Mississippi up in the house. Shout to you guys.
Word up. Salute to everybody in Mississippi watching us over here. Even if it's just you, my friend, we thank you.
Yes.
Tell your friends in Mississippi to, join us. You know what I mean? Spread the word. Each one teach one.
Yeah, Mississippi. The Mississippi.
In your eye.
Man.
To Mississippi.
You know who else got a tattoo, Be Real?
No.
Pedro got a Soul Assassin's tattoo.
I heard that. Look at him.
It looks dope.
He got branded. Let's go.
Dope.
Say all day.
Yeah, dope font.
Yep.
And next up in here, let's see, we got Eric up in here saying, yo, I forgot you guys do a live podcast. It's been a while since I've seen you guys live. Good times.
Well, thank you very much. Bobo and I have been on tour for the last 2.5, 3 weeks. So we've been gone, and we are back. And we thank you for being here with us, man. Tune in more often.
And we got Reyes up in here saying 210 up in here, and big respect to Be Real and everybody at the table.
Salute to you.
Salute.
Salute.
Cheers.
And we got Flip Style saying, read a story today about how Michael Jackson wrote some of the music for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but wasn't credited due to the accusations that came out at the time.
Doesn't surprise.
Man. Yep. Michael Jackson, happy birthday, dude.
Did you ever see him live or not?
No, I never
No,
did.
I never got to see him live.
No, that would have been rad. I have friends that have seen him like live with the Jacksons, his brother. When they did the Jacksons Victory Tour, which was like a huge one. And people around the world have seen when he played, and they said it was nothing
I saw
short.
Janet a couple times.
Oh, she's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I mean,
It's amazing.
To me, that's pretty much as close as you're going to get to Michael Jackson, is Janet Jackson.
That's fair.
Yeah, she's dope.
She did put on a show like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Amazing.
It's a good point. All right.
And the last super chat so far, we got Gilbert just sent this in saying, A. Bolton, Sacalabosita, I know you got it, eh?
Orale. With his police academy cut on.
I almost didn't recognize him when he walked in.
Hey, put your hands on the table, Trace. Let me see them.
Yeah, you wearing a wire? You wearing a wire?
I know you're wearing a wire.
You're mic'd up already. What do you mean wearing a wire? Word up. All right.
And that seems to be it so far.
Word up. We know more come as, we roll, and we will take them as they roll through. Yeah.
I was going to say, what's the difference between the blonde hash and, like, the regular hash you guys were talking about? Like, is there a different, like, type of high, or is one, like, more indica?
One's yellow and one's brown.
Like, is the blonde hash more clean?
Blonde
I don't
hash
know.
is better for me. Like, the taste is better. It doesn't, there's certain taste the brown hash has that it's cool. It gets you high as fuck, but it doesn't really have like that terpy flavor, but the blonde hash definitely does.
Exactly what you're saying.
If it's like the blonde hash we had, it almost looked like the baby shit color. You know what I'm saying? That yellowish type of thing. It was
looked like
really blonde.
Yeah, like a chocolate chip cookie, goldish
Let
color.
me ask you something. Was it soft? Like,
Yeah, it was soft.
Nice.
Yeah, it was that good, not
Good.
that dry,
Yeah.
hard shit. It was
pinch it off. And
yes,
Break it up.
absolutely. It
And
was
it's
that.
less, it smelled like lemon.
I love that.
Like I said, even
It
the
was-
cop that took it out of the bag, he looked at Be Real and went, lemon.
Yeah.
It was
Nice.
I think he took some home. I would have.
Yeah, pure trichomes, my. All right. But yeah, it was sad to see it go. It was sad to see it go, man, because I've lived that in a time before where we had to give up a pound.
Little tear came down.
Yeah, a little tear came down. They were like, we need to see all the weed. We won't take anyone to jail. We just need you to discard it. We're like, oh. And we watched a pound go out the window. Like,
Yeah, that always hurt.
So when I saw that blonde go, it was the same feeling. I was like, oh. In my head, the sound was taps playing. You know what I'm saying?
and let's change the vibe of that trip. I gotta tell you guys, one of the most memorable moments I had on this tour was us in Paris, on the scooter on the way back from the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
So you guys didn't talk about that.
We did not talk about that. Yeah. So Trace, being that this is his first time in Paris, Bobo, myself, we've been there a few times, many times actually. But this is his first time, so he wants to go take a shot of the Eiffel Tower at night while it's,
illuminated,
it's sparkling and all the things, right? And so we go down there, and he gets his shot. Eitan gets his shots and stuff like that. They took some really good shots, and we were figuring, okay, we got to get back to the hotel, and there was nowhere that an Uber could have just came in because it was packed on the streets.
Packed.
Yep. And we saw one of those carts that's like a dude on an electric bike that had like 3 rows of seats. We're like, let's get in on that. I tell Trace, let's ask him if he'll take us from here to the hotel, because it was like a 10-minute drive. So wasn't sure he was going to take us. And Trace one-upped it. He says, hey, not only can you take us, but can we smoke? And he was like, what, cigarettes? And he goes, no, like weed. And he goes, yeah, sure. So we get on. And he doesn't realize that all of us are going to have a joint. And we are like the smoke parade. Everybody that we're going by is smiling at us like, yeah, we want some of that.
We are pulling up at red lights right on this scooter. And it's like, it's like one of those rickshaw things with all the LED lights on it, with the music on it. So these guys are in the back, me and Eitan, and everybody's got a joint lit. So we hit stop signs. And on the corners, there's like 2,000 people standing there waiting to cross the crosswalk, right? And the smoke is just pouring in these people's faces, and they are like, "What the hell?" A bunch of guys recognize these guys as we take off, and these people were like, "Was that Cypress Hill we just saw on that thing smoking that weed right there?"
Yeah,
it was funny. We even pulled up next to cars downtown. They were rolling their windows down.
They were so close to applauding.
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious, dude, because it's like this one cart, like 5 guys on it, and we're all just blazing. We're just like a moving cloud. Smoke. You know what I mean? And people are getting hit with the nostrils. There was this one family it was the father, the wife, and the daughter. They're all on scooters, and they happen to be going on sort of the same path we're on, and they're just getting wafted with with the smoke.
Damn.
That was definitely one of the highlights of the trip, was that scooter ride from the Eiffel Tower. I'll remember that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that was a good ride. That was a good ride.
Such a cool city.
Was it like one of these?
Similar, but slightly longer, with 2 more rows and an open top.
Okay.
Nice.
But basically the same,
Same structure.
Imagine all the weed just pouring out of that thing.
Yeah.
It looked like it was on fire is what it really looked like.
Yeah, anybody that saw it from the back was like, that goddamn thing has to be on fire. No, we're smoking the fire is what's happening.
So then we get to the hotel, and this is also one of the funniest one-liners. We get there, and the guy lets us all out of the cart, and he says, I got to let you guys know, when you said that you were going to smoke, I had no fucking idea. He said that just like that. Like, I think he expected us to pull out like a little roach and pass it around, 4 guys. everybody lit up palms. You know what I mean?
Well, not everybody smokes like us, right? Like most people that do something like that, it's one joint passed around by their friends. Where we're all monsters. We're just like all one joint a piece. You know what I mean? It was yeah. Hey, but you know what the cool thing was is that the concierge that worked at the hotel. He was like a dude that was with the shits. He was like a man about town type of thing.
Francois.
And he says, hey, I'm going to bring my friends here. They all got lowriders. And sure enough, boom, lowriders parked right outside of our hotel in Paris.
Nice.
Lowriders,
Straight
like
up.
legit lowriders in Paris.
That's sick.
I was like, damn, that's pretty goddamn suave, Francois. It was pretty good. I didn't know that there was lowriders in fucking Paris.
Yeah, he actually said that there was actually a big culture and a bunch of clubs. Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I should buy one out there and let a homie hold it till we get out there and then just go whip.
Quick question, B. Did you ever own a 65 Impala?
I did.
I got a guy in my DMs that sent me a picture of your old car. I got it for you.
Yeah, it's in, I believe, Australia or something.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And the license plate on it says Be Real 1.
Yeah. He kept the original license plate.
I got a picture of it for you.
Yeah.
It's in my DMs. He sent it to me.
Yeah. Or maybe he flipped the license plate because I don't remember that being the license plate. But it could be. I don't know. I remember. But I do have that 65 is the one I used to have. It's
I got a picture of it. It looks really nice.
Ragtop 65.
Looks real clean.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah. Then there's the 57 that's in Japan. And they did an incredible job on the restoration of that car.
We've been trying to track down pictures of that car. It's been kind of difficult.
Oh no, it's not that hard. You can find it.
The new owner that we were trying to reach out to, though.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's posted some pics.
Japanese.
Yeah,
like he really went through it.
Oh yeah,
B had it like real clean, but this guy we've been told like went through
real clean.
Yeah,
immaculate.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to thank everybody for getting down with us today on the Dr. Greenthumb Show live. Once again, we are back, Bobo and myself and the squad. All this, so spread the word. You know what I mean? And make sure you check us out in the mix right after this. And smoke that good. All right. C minus.
Shout out to everyone here at the table. Shout out to the Treehouse crew. Shout out to everyone in the chat and that hangs out with us. Shout out to my mom. I love you, Mom. And to my son. And I have a gig coming up on Thursday that I'll be posting. You can follow me at C-Fan4 on all the social medias. And I'll see you and have a good day. Psycho Leezy.
Yo. Yeah, shout out everybody hanging out with us. Of course, everybody here. If you checking for the Psycho merch, go to thepsycholessshop.com. And if you're on the IG, go to Psycho Less Official. And also, it's Tuesday. Martes is popping today, the comedy show. So I'll be hanging out over there and get ready for the Master Mix.
We got a couple super chats that just came in. We got Twackalack up in here saying blessings fam, and he's saying we would be humanes on Mars.
That's right.
All right.
Humanes.
And we got Lori up in here saying, damn, Be Real looks buff today. Looking good.
Everybody looked around.
All right. Thank you. I'll take it.
There you go.
And we got Rose and Ricky up in here saying, what up, fam? Glad to see y'all made it back safe. And Trace, thanks for the amazing live footage. Got to stop by soon with some goodies.
No worries. I love getting you guys that footage. I love being the fly on the wall for you.
Let me fix what I said. Mota Martes, because I said Mata.
I like that.
There you go.
Yeah, salute. Cheers.
And shout the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout to Ray Morning Shot Films and shout to the Dominator. What's up, Trace?
Big shout out to all the guys sitting here at the table. Like I said, it's good to be back in here every Tuesday. You can hang out. Sendog couldn't make it today. He had some other business to attend to. He'll be back business as usual next Tuesday. He wanted to pass that along. So like I said, all the guys at the table, everybody up in the treehouse, everybody in the chat room, everybody I met on tour with these guys over the last 3 weeks from around the world. I met new friends in Italy, Germany, all over the world, and that's what it's really all about. I meet these folks out on the road, and I meet a lot of them on Instagram, so it means a lot. I don't think of you as followers. You guys are kind of like my virtual family, and it's cool to run into you guys. So a big shout out to all of you. If you'd like to follow me, you can do so at Trace Nunes, TraceNunes, and that's about it.
Pass love around like the greatest weed you ever smoked, so everybody gets to experience love. Swallow that.
BeReal.tv